A little while ago, I got my hands on a very special camera, the Olympus Flex A. On the outside, it looks like many other TLRs, but here in the lens board, it holds something very special, which is a 75mm f2.8 lens. Unlike other TLRs, there doesn't seem to be very much documentation of this camera, so I wanted to make this video in case someone else is considering one. Besides the lens, the form factor of the camera is similar to a rolleicord. The shutter speed and aperture are adjusted here on the lens, but instead of a window, the numbers are printed upside down on the face. The camera also loads from the bottom up like a rollie, as opposed to top down like an autocord. Just align the start arrow with the triangles and you're good to go. The shutter cocks with this lever in the front, and hitting a switch on the side of the camera allows the camera to advance to the next frame. This camera doesn't have any double exposure protection, and before I got used to this, I made some accidental double exposures. The viewfinder is just like a lot of other TLRs, with a focusing screen and a pop-up magnifier, and a sports finder configuration. Like some rolleicords, the film wind and the focusing knob are on the same side of the camera, which avoids having to juggle the camera to set up a shot. One thing which is entirely unique is that the shutter button is positioned very high on the camera. On the left side of the camera, there's a cold shoe where I like to stick my light meter. Overall, the build quality feels as premium as a Rolleiflex, and it's a joy to handle. How does the lens perform? It's a gem. On the open end, you get a gorgeous focus roll-off with a bit of vintage swirl. Stop down past f4, the lens is as sharp as a tack. I don't have the best scanner, but it looks every bit as sharp as my autocord. The coated Zuiko lens also has gorgeous colors, which I absolutely love. On the topic of the lens though, one thing which I don't like about this camera is the fact that the bayonet mount is Bay 2, which means filters, adapter rings, and hoods are relatively difficult to find. So is this camera worth it? Yes, if you want an f2.8 TLR but don't want the heft of a Mamiya or the cost of a Rolleiflex. I don't really know what other options there are out there. The trade-off is that this camera is rare, which means that any accessories or parts like screens, mirrors, or leather will be difficult to find. But in the end, this is a gorgeous camera that takes gorgeous photos, and an absolute pleasure to use.